Hi everybody, it's a beautiful April 8th, 2019. We're out here in the hops yard and I'm going to show you how to tie the knot. Ultimately, this is how it works. Now, if you're only doing a few, you can just take a loop, put it over your cable, and then pull it through and pull the 21 foot all the way through. Or there's a much simpler way. Take your rope, you go over about a foot lead, wrap it, if I'm not stepping on it, wrap it around the front and back under the cable, and then take this end back down through that hole. And there you go. Pull it tight. That will stay on there all year. Now your other end, what you do with your other end. Now remember, a standard cable for hops is 17 feet tall. That's what I've got here. And on these 17 foot tall, you tie your knot and you go through. Now these are 2-year roots that we're doing right now. You can go down that side and show a couple of them along the way. These are actually their 3rd-year roots, because when I got them they were 2. And ultimately what you do on these really big ones, we're going to let about 4 or 5 go up each rope. This is Coir rope, C-O-I-R. Now be careful, if you go to buy Coir rope, you don't want to get baling twine. You want to get made for hops. This comes from Schmidt Hops Farm. They're up in New York. You can look them up online. I'm sure other places sell them. But the other end of your rope, what you want to do, this tool here, it's just simply these W clips. You buy these W clips in a box of 100 or 1,000, whatever. And the Coir ropes, those come pre-cut. They're 21 foot long by 100 per bundle. Or you can buy just a long, you can find it on Amazon, full length, but be careful of your thickness. Now, we're going to come in and just not tension, but even with the bottom. And we're going to come over 6 to 8 inches, about the distance, well, it depends on the size of your hands, about 8 inches, and then we're going to put that up. We got this special notch in this tool. You can buy the tool. I made this one. Now we're going to take that and put that in. We're going to push this in with our foot, and those little the edges on the W will retain and keep it from popping back out. And we are just trying to get enough tension that once the hop spines start growing up and twisting, if it later in the summer, if it rots off, it don't matter, because then they're already attached and already putting tension on it. So we're going to take and push it down, pull that back out, and there we go. On these really large clumps, these 3rd-year clumps, we're going to go ahead and do 2 ropes. And we're going to, like I said, train about 4 or 5 of the binds. Here we get that end, go about 8 inches over, insert, put it in, and that's it. If you finish it off, come and leave about a foot. If you got really sharp cutters, cut that off about a foot. After you train a few of these, once they get going, you want to catch them before they get too long. Once they start get going, then you've got to come in and train them. These will find it pretty much almost on their own. After the fact, we're going to trim off any wild ones, and that's the situation where you're going to actually pull them off. You're going to pull them and try and get them down low, because you want all the energy to go into those particular binds that you've got growing up. So it's that simple. At that point, you're off to the races, and that's all you got to do pretty much till fall. Thanks for watching, everybody.